Okay, you guys. Okay, this is from Scientology, Johannesburg. Of course, I can't maximize the screen because, 2012 technology here. Education initiative teaching about psychiatric abuses. Citizens Commission, it's a 33, on Human Rights International Headquarters in Los Angeles houses a museum presenting the history of psychiatric brutality, said from people that lock children in small rooms, tell them to unbutton their pants or unhook their brassiere, young children, before getting auditing. Methods of torture to present day restraints. How is that different from the stories that we've heard from Jenna Miscavige? How they locked her up, how 6 adults held her down as a child and would not let her leave the room. How is that different from Bella, who was a child and was held down against her will in an auditing room? How is that any different? It's on public record. Check the record. To present day restraints and mind altering drugs. Well, would those drugs be like the drugs that L. Ron Hubbard actually was taking at the event of his death, leaving his body? Inquiring MF minds want to know. Museum visitors, like WOGs, include students and professionals in nursing. Professionals in nursing, listen to this, you guys, closely. Pharmacy, from Big Pharma. I'm just pointing out the inaccuracies, the dichotomies, and what I would call polarities here. And medicine, they're very much against medicine in many ways. And criminal justice. The vulnerable prisoners that they pull out of various systems. Can't imagine there might be some child predators in there. No shade to all the prisoners, because we know what's up. Fact, some of you guys need to go in there and infiltrate. Facts. Unless you're a predator yourself. As well as human rights. What is that old saying, calling the kettle black? And civil rights advocates. The irony. Where children have no civil rights. Me personally, it's my personal opinion. I'm not there to save a lot of the elderly. Now, I got a lot of mixed feelings about it. I think there are people in Scientology that are up in years that don't directly cover up child abuse, or if they happen to be a so-called parent, don't put their children in ethics and things like that. They kind of downplay that stuff, especially if they're a public. However, you know and I know, a lot of those elder Scientologists are perpetrators. 100% MF facts. Like, take for example that demonic looking creepoid that was trying to attack Streets. I believe he actually did go after Lara because, that's the kind of disgusting filth that these creeps do. Go after women and children, of course. They never pick a fair fight. Dozens of colleges, but of course, include the CCHR, not anymore, museum in their official curriculum for student credit. Do you guys notice? I mean, maybe I would imagine they probably do work out with some of these colleges that students can get some type of credit for going to the museum or something. I mean, great baiting, isn't it? Vulnerable student, especially a vulnerable student that doesn't have a lot of money. That would work. I mean, great place to get victims. And clearly, they do not list which colleges. You know why they don't do that? Because if they're lying about it, that would be some type of legal liability. I'm really picking this one apart. Honor those to whom honor is due. Oh, isn't that funny? On their 40th anniversary, we broadly recognize CCHR's unprecedented, everyone, fight in mankind's history against psychiatric abuses. Said from a place torturing children. It's on the record. I'm not worried about defamation because it's all over the internet. It's all in public records. It's all in police reports. The decent guys. It's all over the place. It's documented in lawsuits, witness statements. Mankind's history against psychiatric abuses. It's protection of children. Can you even comprehend it? From abusive practices, from abusive practices like, I got to compare here, this is a pro-con, like a pro and con paper you would write in college. Like the abuse that the children tolerate in child auditing. Like the abuse that the children endure in being ripped away from their parents. Like the abuse and the neglect that they endure by being made to work 14 to 18-hour days for no wages. Like that. And then I don't know the exact rules, but I do know some of them receive allegedly $47. Just like what is the 47? Zachary K. Hubbard. It must be an MF coincidence that they created $47. That's a code. It's a code, everybody. Wakey, wakey. abusive practices and encourage CCHR's humanitarian work. House of Representatives, Mexico. You know, the one with no name, right? I'm not familiar with the political system in Mexico. If anyone's listening, are you familiar with it? Do they have House of Representatives there? I know that the British system, I believe the American system was created from the British. So I know that the British system's very similar, and Canadian as well is got similarities. But I don't know. Does Mexico have House of Representatives? This is painful, you guys. In recognition of your tireless, courageous work, they must be talking to the children, slaves right there. Seeking to improve our society, you know, through child slave labor and CSA and child neglect, in my opinion. To improve our society through your efforts in the area of human rights abuse. Isn't that something, you guys? I'll bet you I'm going to be high on their wanted list soon, if I'm not already. I extend my best wishes for your continued successes, for your continued success and fulfillment. State Assembly Member, California. Interesting they're not listing names. Is that even legal to do that? I mean, we know the so-called mass media does it all the time now. They didn't used to do that. Back in the day, they used to say, from an unknown source, to protect someone's identity. Now they just like, oh, according to a representative. Couldn't be an AI article, could it? I almost can't take it, you guys. Thank you for sticking with me here. Apparently, I don't have very good retention on my videos. Can't imagine why that would be. Now, yeah, maybe it's because I drone on, but I think there's an army of people going in and just clicking off my videos intentionally. Some of it, maybe people think they suck, but I don't think it's all of them. And I'm going to be working on my channel soon, but not right now. Most people have this underlying intuition or feeling that something is not exactly right. Like child labor? Like the folks in South America and various South American countries that could not stand the free winds? Like that. Something is not exactly right. And going to the exhibit gives them the facts. You know, facts. Right? As to why that feeling is valid. Look at that, you guys. Another no name. Dean of Education, Charter College, United States. Okay, I really can't take it, you guys. So, it's filled with this crap. All these so-called people with no names. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.